Is Starmer going to go? Good afternoon, I hope everyone's well today. Thank you for watching. The government has revealed its hand in the past 48 hours, and it's something that many of us in the know have known for some time. The government does not run the country. Ministers are not in charge of their portfolios. The elected face of government, your politicians, have little to no power, and the faceless bureaucracy, the permanent civil service, is in charge of everything.
We're not talking about a bunch of idiots up on a hill trying to bone the Capitol pages. We're talking about a dark network, a government within a government, controlling our every move.
Now, there's two conclusions you can draw from this. Either the system that Tony Blair created in 1997 is working as intended and needs to go, or, if you believe Keir Starmer, the system is broken and needs to go. These are the two options we've got. Either way, the system needs to go, which is what we're going to get into in this video. We've had a senior civil servant in the Foreign Office, Olly Robins. Sir Olly Robins. He was knighted a few years ago for services to the realm for the botched Brexit deal under Theresa May that was rejected 3 times. He is the fall guy for the Mandelson scandal. If we're to believe number 10, the Prime Minister and the Cabinet, he overridden the Secret Service and decided to place Lord Mandelson in a senior diplomatic position as our ambassador to the United States, and didn't tell the Prime Minister. Is that good or is that bad? Well, considering at the time we had David Lammy as Foreign Secretary, I'll let you make your own judgment on that. I think unfortunately it was probably better that Lammy didn't make the decision. That's just my view. But the democracy that we're told that we have is not really there anymore. And it's all about leverage, and it's all about putting people into positions that you have something on. Which is why I think Keir Starmer's going to go. I don't think he's going to go until after the local elections, but he is going to go. People have leverage on Keir Starmer, on two-tier Keir, and that's why we get the drip stories about certain rent boys or certain Ukrainian models that's being drip fed into the media, but we don't really have an outcome on it. That's just my interpretation, hence the thumbnail. There's a few other details that we need to get into, so we're going to get into these now. This is why Rupert Lowe is so dangerous to the system that has grown up since 1997. Nadine Dorries said last year that Rupert Lowe is dangerous. What do they mean when they say the phrase dangerous? We have a high-ranking Tory, now Reform UK member and party member, who's looking to get elected again, saying that Rupert Lowe is dangerous. What does she mean? She means they have nothing on him. There are no skeletons in his closet. He is squeaky clean. And so he is a danger to the system and the system as it operates, because he can actually get in, do things, and he could be like a bull in a china shop and actually clean house. This is why he's dangerous.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
But back to the Mandelson scandal. I don't buy that Keir Starmer, being a forensic public prosecutor, head of public prosecutions in England and Wales for quite some time, methodical, used to getting to the nub of things, getting to the detail on things, would be that incompetent that he wouldn't know this information. It's an open secret that Mandelson had deep ties with Epstein. Everybody knew about this, and this is why I think that Keir Starmer and the government wanted to shut down X. Nothing to do with AI images, nothing to do with anything of that. It's about the narrative control. It's about they don't have the control. Whoever controls the narrative can control the outcome. This is the thing. This is why they want to shut down the freedom of speech, and this is why they want to shut down any public discourse that's not been pre-approved. When do you think Keir Starmer's going to go? Do you think it's going to be after the locals? Because nobody would want that poison chalice just now. I think he's going to hang on. The situation with Olly Robins, the senior civil servant who's been fired, I want to be clear, he's not been fired, he has resigned. There's a big, big difference. If you resign, you keep your public sector golden goodbye, you keep your salary, you just move to another department, and you keep your gold-plated pension if and when you choose to leave public service. And is he going to keep us knighthood? You bet your boots he is. If you're in the private sector and you tried anything like what Olly Robins has been accused of, deliberately withholding information from governments, deliberately withholding information from your bosses, that's going to have a material impact and a detrimental effect on the way that you do business. Not only would you be on a gross misconduct charge, you'd be sacked and you wouldn't be getting any pension, you wouldn't be getting any benefits, and it would be a serious setback in your career trying to get a job elsewhere. These types of consequences never happen because the civil service control all of this. They can control their own terms and conditions, and they control what the government can and can't do. This is the only reason we've managed to get through about 7 prime ministers in little over a decade, because the accountability is not there. If Keir Starmer goes, by the way, do you think anything's going to change in the system? They're just going to put a new person in, and it's going to be the same crap on another day until we get fundamental restoration of the way Britain used to work in the next general election cycle. And this is just my opinion. Do you think Olly Robins did withhold the information, or do you think it was an open secret they all knew in government, and it's about narrative control and when the information is released? As always, these are just my thoughts. Your mileage may vary. Do you think there's something untoward with these Ukrainian models? Do you think this is the leverage that the state and the media and the chattering classes have on our Prime Minister? Or do you think that's been blown out of all proportion? Pun intended. Your mileage, as always, may differ from mine. I appreciate your time. Like and subscribe. Have a good day.